I'm not flipping you guys off, I'm just showing you. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hola que tal, I'm Steph and this is my YouTube channel. Okay, this is like the second time I'm trying to film this video, so hopefully it works better now. And I have a little bit more energy right now, so like I guess it's good that like it didn't work out the first time. So today I'm giving you guys a tattoo tour. So basically I'm going to be showing you guys all of my tattoos. I'm going to talk a little bit about their meaning, the pain level of each tattoo, and if I would change anything about them, if I have any regrets about them. So yeah, I figure let's just get right into this and we'll spill the tea on my tats. So we're gonna go in chronological order. We're gonna start with the first one that I got, which is this little baby moon tattoo that I have on my little pinky finger. I freaking love this tattoo. This is probably one of my most favorite tattoos, and it is my first one. So it's definitely not the best done tattoo that I have. I have some better tattoos on my body than this one, because if you look at the outer edge, it's kind of blown out right here, which tends to happen a lot with finger tattoos. I'm gonna talk more about finger tattoos when we get into my other finger tattoo, like the pros and cons of getting them, because a lot of tattoo artists will either refuse to give you finger tattoos or they will recommend against getting them. So I will like tell you guys about my experience with them. Got at a random tattoo shop. I didn't make an appointment, I just did like a walk-in. I went in and I was like, okay, this is what I want the moon, and I want it on my finger. The guy immediately says to me that he doesn't want to put on my finger. He kind of deters me from doing it in that placement, and I was like, no. I was very adamant that I was like, I want it on my finger and I want it there and I want it that size, and I was like, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it there. Now that I have like some more knowledge on tattoos, I probably I don't know if I would change my the position I got it, because I really love it there, so I wouldn't change it at all. So I got the tattoo. The pain with this one was about a 1. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, if you guys need a reference. This one wasn't too bad at all, and because all of my tattoos are small, like literally it doesn't really matter how painful they are, because they literally take like 3 to 5 minutes anyway, so like it's not that big of a deal. So I got this tattoo because I really love the moon motif, anything that is celestial, anything that has to do with stars or angels or the sky. I really love those motifs in tattoos. I know that every single person and their mom and their dog has a moon tattoo, like on their neck, on their arm, on their like wrist or wherever. Like I know everybody has one, but this one has like a lot of meaning to me, because what it basically means to me is like progress. The moon goes through its cycles where it's like the new moon and half moon and full moon, and to me it really means like no matter what you're going through, it is temporary. Whatever you're going through is not forever, whether that be good or whether that be bad. And just to remember that we are all a work in progress. Like we are all people who are like unfinished. We have like so much to continue to learn about this life, and like I feel like we are never stopping our learning process and our growth. So it kind of was a reminder to me that like if I'm at any moments in that cycle, it's okay and it's temporary. So I absolutely love that tattoo for that reason. It is still to this day like one of my favorites. Oh, and by the way, this tattoo is now about like 3 years old, almost 3 years old. So the next tattoo that I got was a couple months after getting my first tattoo. And it's so funny because when I originally was not there at the tattoo shop to get tattooed, I actually went to the tattoo shop with my friend because she was getting her first tattoo, which like I went with this like little mini one, and she came with me and she got like this huge thing on the back of her neck, which like is massive and so cool. But I was like, no, I'm gonna go for like my little minimalistic style ones that I'm gonna get. I was not there to personally get tattooed. I was just there to like support her and like girl power and like, yes, you got this, because she was like nervous. But then when I was there, I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm here, let's just freaking do it. It's spur of the moment and I want it, so let's go. So my next tattoo is right here on my ribs, and it is the number 3, and it's so weird to have like a number on you, I guess. It reminds me of like, if you guys have ever seen One Tree Hill and like Haley gets like her boyfriend's jersey number tattooed on like her lower back. I don't know why, it always reminded me of that. I love that show. We got the number 3 because it is really significant in a lot of instances in my life. I have 2 other siblings, so we are like the number 3 in our family, and I think that the way that we grew up, the life that we had, the childhood that we had, I feel like we always have this bond of understanding of the things that we went through that like nobody else would understand because they weren't there, even if they have gone through similar scenarios. And I think that my childhood would have been so much more difficult or so much more boring or less entertaining if I didn't have my siblings. I'm so grateful to not just have one and to also have two siblings, and I just think that it is like the perfect amount. Like, I hope like one day that if I do have kids, I will have 3. Also, 3 is really significant to me because myself, my cousin, and my sister are all separated by 1 year, and we were all born in the same month. Little girls, we would always have like our birthday celebration together, and that was something that like really bonded us and like made us really close. And I just felt like we were like the 3 little girls in the family, and that was like a very special bond that we have, you know, and that makes me happy every time I think about it until this day. So really like significant to me in that way. And just like any time that something good is going to happen in my life or something good is around the corner, I see this number, and I don't know, it's just become of like my good luck charm. So this tattoo right here, the number 3, I think was the most painful out of all of them. It is a really painful area to get tattooed, but again, like my tattoos are so small that like it literally takes like 2 minutes to get done. So if I was to give this a pain rating, I would say it's about a 4. Really, really love this one. I got this at, again, a different tattoo shop, like by a random artist. And yeah, so that was that. Okay, my 3rd tattoo is right here on my inner arm that you can barely see in the camera because it is so tiny and cute. I love it. It says the word now in a serif font, and I think this one is my favorite one. I don't know because I change my mind all the time. Like literally my favorite tattoo changes. My favorite tattoo changes all the time, and like I can never decide which one's my favorite, but like they're my favorite for different things and different moments. I got this tattoo because of The Power of Now, and it is an amazing book by Eckhart Tolle, and it really brings you into perspective of like how you think and your thought patterns and how much your thoughts control like your life and how you live your life. And like I was just realizing that my thought patterns were not necessarily healthy, especially in the time that I got this tattoo and I was reading this book. Okay, you are fine, you are happy and healthy in this moment, this now moment, and that's literally all that matters. I love that philosophy and that ideal of life, and I think for anybody who has like anxiety, it is something to really live by, because sometimes it's hard to live in the moment when you have so many things, so many thoughts rushing through your head, and sometimes you have to remind yourself that this moment is all that matters. So this tattoo I got done at like a really cool tattoo shop, and it's like all women tattoo artists. They all like specialize in fine line, like feminine style tattoos, which is the style that I love in tattoos, and I love that tattoo shop. So I went there like with an appointment this time, and like with my idea like fully formed. Originally I was gonna get it in my finger, but again, we're gonna talk about finger tattoos and why not to do that. This part was probably the most painless of all my tattoos. So if I could put a zero, like 0, honestly it kind of felt kind of good. It was just like little scratches, like it didn't bother me at all, and I think out of all of them it was like the most pain-free. My last and most recent tattoo is this one that I have on my middle finger, and it is like a fine line drawing of a sparkle and like a star. And this one, if you look at it, I'm gonna put like a picture of like what it originally looked like when I got it tattooed. And this is the problem with getting tattoos on your fingers, is that they tend to rub off really easily because of the amount that we use our hands, how much we wash our hands. We just like manipulate that area of our skin a lot. It sees a lot of sun. It's hard for the ink to stay in that area. And this is the problem that I had with this one, because even in the healing process, and I've had this tattoo for about like a month and a half now, and some of the ink fell out during the healing process. So now I have to go get it touched up. Keep that in mind when you get finger tattoos, that there's some upkeep with it. If you get it fine line like this one, I'm not flipping you guys off, I'm just showing you. If you get it in this style, you're gonna have to get it retouched. I may even debate on getting it thicker line or something like that to give it more staying power. So this one may seem like the most silly and like frivolous of all my tattoos, especially because of the design. It's like literally like a sparkle and a star, but it has so much meaning, especially in the placement that it has. Like, I was debating on getting like anything on my left hand. I didn't really want to have anything on my left hand, but then when I thought about what this represented, I felt like there was no other place to get it. It's just a reminder to me to know that I have so much strength and beauty and light and sparkle and shine within me, that I don't need to change anything about myself to get that and get there. And it has a lot of connection with my eating disorder history and that part of my life, and I think that there's no better place for me to have it there. I was like debating to get the national eating disorder symbol, but I was like, I don't really want something that is like branding me, that like, okay, this is representative of me, like having an eating disorder is who I am, because it is a part of who I am, but it isn't all of me. And so I didn't want something so evident in that way, and so that's why I chose this. I knew that it was going to make me happy every single time that I looked at it, even though the meaning behind it is a little bit more serious or like sad, but it's like not sad, it's like good, because it really just like is telling me to like stay positive, to stay bright, to stay like with your shine, because like you have it. This finger tattoo hurt more than this one, so I would say this is about a 2 on the scale. Again, pretty painless. Look at the light. I don't know, the light is doing weird stuff right now. Okay, sorry the lighting has changed. The sun is like doing weird things today. But yeah, that one I have to get like retouched and reworked, which is a little bit annoying. So just a reminder for you guys, if you guys are thinking about getting finger tattoos, just consult your tattoo artist and see what they recommend, because they might want to advise you against that. Like, I'm very happy and pleased with the ones that I have gotten, and I am so like grateful that all my experiences have been good ones like thus far. So thinking about would I get any more tattoos, the answer is yes. I already have one in mind that I really love, that like is so meaningful to me, which will be like my next one. So yeah, that's all my tattoos. That's some of my advice on tattoos. I would say if you want to get one and you are of age and you're gonna pay for it out of your own pocket, and it's like not somebody's name or initials, then I would say like go for it. Like, Like, what do you have to lose? Like, yeah, that's kind of everything that I had to say about that. If I get any new ones, I'll definitely keep you guys involved and informed with it, although I'll probably post it on my Instagram first. Comment down below any tattoos that you have, or like your favorite ones, or like if you want one, or if you don't want one, I don't know. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, because it really helps and supports my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Ciao. Mwah.